Okay, so we were all holding our breath waiting for DJI to finally drop something official about the Mini 5 Pro, and then nothing. Radio silence, no teaser, no trailer, no cheeky countdown post. But just when it felt like all hope was lost, Jasper Ellens came through just in time, dropping the kind of leak that fills the silence DJI left behind. Now, there's good news and bad news. Let's start with the not so fun part. Looks like DJI's pushed the launch date back, probably why we haven't seen any official teasers yet. But here's the upside. We finally have a clean render of the drone, thanks to drone hacks, and even better, we've got a bunch of confirmed specs. So even if DJI is keeping quiet, the leaks are doing all the talking. Now here's where things get a bit wild. The box photos that started making the rounds, yeah, at first glance it looked like someone took the pic in a hurry, like the image shifted mid-shot, but nope. Turns out it's actually a misprint. The text and images are all overlapped. Apparently someone working at a printing office snapped that pic and sent it out into the wild. And there are two box variations, one for the DJI Mini 5 Fly More combo with the RCN3 and another for the Fly More combo plus RC2. So the packages are real, the drone is real, things are moving. Let's talk specs. First up, it's labeled as ultralight and foldable, but here's the thing. Nowhere on the box does it say under 249 grams. That's kind of a big deal. DJI usually slaps that on their mini drones because, well, that's the whole point of the mini series. This time, total silence, which hints that maybe this one isn't as mini as we expected. And that kind of makes sense because it's got a 1-inch image sensor. That's a big jump for a mini drone. Bigger sensors mean larger lenses, more advanced gimbals, and yeah, more weight. But the trade-off, totally worth it. We're talking better low light performance, smoother dynamic range, and some delicious depth of field. Oh, and it can shoot up to 4K at 120 FPS. That's a bump up from the 100 FPS we saw before. Not groundbreaking, but definitely a step forward for slow motion fans. Now here's where things get spicy, that gimbal rotation. The Mini 4 Pro already gave us true vertical shooting, which was awesome for Reels and TikToks. But this new leak points to a 225-degree gimbal rotation. That's insane. It basically opens the door for way more creative camera movement. You could pull off shots that were never possible on a Mini before, like full tilt transitions, orbiting sweeps, and buttery pans from totally new angles. Then there's this new mode called the 48mm Med Tele mode. Sounds fancy, right? What it probably means is that DJI is using the large sensor to digitally crop into a medium telephoto perspective around the 48mm field of view without sacrificing image quality. So you get that sweet, zoomed in cinematic compression without needing a zoom lens. And because the sensor is so high res, even a cropped image will stay sharp and detailed. It's perfect for framing subjects tighter, isolating them from the background, and giving your footage that pro level punch. Previous minis, they were stuck with wide angle lenses, great for landscapes, not so much for close-up storytelling. This changes everything. Now let's talk about omnidirectional obstacle sensing with forward-facing LiDAR. The Mini 4 Pro already had omnidirectional sensing using vision sensors, but the Mini 5 Pro takes it up a notch. It could seriously level up its ability to detect and avoid obstacles, especially in low light conditions. So whether you're flying through trees at dawn or trying to film a moody sunset, your drone won't crash into a branch just because it's too dark to see. Tracking also gets a boost. The Mini 4 Pro had decent active track, but throw in some LiDAR and a better sensor array, and now we're talking next level subject tracking. Running, cycling, skateboarding, you name it, this drone should be able to follow it without losing focus or getting confused mid-chase. As for flight time, it's listed at 36 minutes, which is a bit more than the Mini 4 Pro's standard 34 minutes. So yeah, not a huge leap, but it's something. And it pretty much confirms that the wild 50-minute battery rumor was probably referring to the heavier plus battery. Still, if the Mini 5 Pro can hit that 36-minute mark, even with all the sensors doing their thing and in moderate wind, that's a solid win. The motors on the Mini 5 Pro also tell an interesting story. They don't seem to have vent holes or visible cutouts on top, those little details that usually hint at vented motors built for better cooling and airflow. Instead, these motors look completely sealed or enclosed. That could suggest DJI is aiming for more durability and resistance to elements like dust or moisture, rather than prioritizing aggressive cooling. But hey, it's worth noting, venting can sometimes be super subtle or hidden under the prop mount, which isn't clearly visible in the leaked images, so we can't be 100% sure just yet. We also have some similar questions to this, like the final weight, which version of OcuSync it'll run, internal storage, price, wind resistance, all the tiny details that matter to serious pilots, but from the look of things, we're not far off from knowing everything. Now, let's talk launch. So that rumored August 7th date, yeah, apparently that was just wishful thinking from one of Ellen's sources. DJI kind of nudged him, saying all planned dates had been shifted, partly due to the recent launch of the Osmo 360 and partly because of ongoing shipping issues. So the new expected announcement is sometime in September 2025. Yep, delayed again. And if you're in the US, things are looking a bit grim. DJI's pretty much vanished from store shelves. You can't order the Mavic 4, and even the Osmo 360, which they just released, is listed on DJI's site but completely out of stock. Same story on B&H and Adorama, just pre-order buttons and nothing else. It's like DJI is having a supply chain meltdown on American soil. But hey, at least we finally know what's coming. The DJI Mini 5 Pro might not be here just yet, but now we've got a clearer picture of what to expect, and it's looking like a serious upgrade. Not just another portable drone, but maybe the first true Mini that doesn't hold back. That's pretty much everything we know for now. If DJI keeps holding back, the leaks might just beat them to the finish line. Either way, this is shaping up to be the boldest Mini yet, if it even qualifies as one. Catch you in the next one. Peace.